Hello everyone, we are here at the Allentown Art Museum. We're going to talk about cocktails and collecting coming up, but first we're going to get a little tour from Allison, the social media and marketing coordinator here. Allison, thank you so much for meeting with us and inviting us in and taking us on a little tour.
Yeah, of course, I'm so glad you could be here.
Now, I haven't been here in a hot minute, like let's say maybe a year or two, and I know that a lot of things have happened in that time period. Most importantly, it's free admission.
So as of August of 2022, the museum is free for all. So we're open Thursday through Sunday from 11 to 4. And we also have free parking in our parking lot that's right next to the museum.
Free parking is always a plus.
Yes. We've been able to start a lot of new programs and have had a lot of people coming in for those. As soon as they hear that we're free, they get very, very excited.
So again, the most important thing, if you get nothing else from this video, it is that the admission for the Allentown Art Museum is free and there is free parking. So this is very important. Equally as important, actually way more important, are the galleries here. And I know that on the first floor, you're going to explain this better than me. Can you talk about what is currently going on here? And then we're also going to talk about some of the local artists as well.
Yeah, so what's on our first floor is part of our permanent collection. So where we are at right now is part of our New American Galleries. So we have 5 different rotations that happen. They change about every 6 months or so because there are prints that cannot be up for a longer period of time. So for this current rotation, we have several from local artists, and then we're also trying to cover more diversity. So we have a lot of African-American art, indigenous art, and art by women.
And this painting right here is a local artist, correct?
Yeah, so this is by Angela Fraley. She actually had an exhibition here last fall. So this is one that has been in our collection for a couple of years now, and we're super excited. It's such a beautiful piece.
Let's take a walk through here because I know that there is some, I'm a fan of Rigo Peralta's art. So I know that there are some more local artists in here.
So right in front of us, we have the Rigo Peralta. This is called Doña Negra. It's actually of his grandmother in the Dominican Republic. So I guess one of her favorite things was that she loved to smoke her Cuban cigars. So he decided that he wanted to kind of capture her in her natural element.
And then of course, I mean, I'm sure this is one of the pieces that gets a lot of attention in here. Can you talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, so this is a Keith Haring piece. Keith Haring is from the Kutztown area. Became widely popular in the 80s and the 90s. So this is a piece that's currently on loan from his family.
It's amazing because it's so, what am I trying to say? It's so like culturally important. And so to be, close to something like that is really interesting. Can you talk a little bit, again, I haven't been here, for some people who may have last been to the Allentown Art Museum on like a field trip or something like that.
The biggest thing that's happened in here is a big renovation. So over to your right actually used to be a giant coat closet.
Oh yeah,
and that's
right there.
Now a nice open space where we can put even more art on the walls.
Wow, that really does open the room up. I mean, is this steel?
So that is a Henry Bertoia. It's a wire sculpture.
Wow.
So you used to be able to actually touch it and play it because the wires actually make different sounds.
Yeah, I almost did it until I saw the very clear signs to not touch this.
Yes, that is no longer an option. And then, of course, the Franz Klein right behind you also of Lee Heighton. That one's a very popular artwork as well.
Man, it's so, like, to be right up next to them, too, is such a big piece.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many little details that are just really awesome to kind of point out, especially for locals.
We're not going to go upstairs because those, of course, we can't, film some of the exhibits up there.
Correct. Yeah, so those are changing exhibitions. Those are our special exhibitions. So back in fall of last year, we had a traveling exhibition from Puerto Rico. It was called Nostalgia for My Island. It was paintings from the Museo de Arte de Ponce. Yeah, so right now we have, loans from the Philadelphia Museum of Art upstairs. We're able to showcase a lot of different artists.
Right, that's amazing. So you were talking about all these different events all the different exhibits that change from time to time. Of course, this goes without saying, but people can find out more information on the website and social media?
Yeah, of course. So we're posting on our social media all the time. We're updating our website all the time. So whatever events or exhibitions we have coming up, they are all going to be right there.
And I mean, I'm just got an email, I think, this morning from you guys. So you also have an email list that makes sure that people know everything that's going on as well.
Yeah, so we have a weekly email that goes out, just talking about what's upcoming, whether it's for this week or big events that are coming up in the next few weeks.
Well, thank you so much for giving me, a little bit of a tour through here today. It's been a lot of fun. And we're going to go speak with Irene to talk more about cocktails and collecting.
Yeah, great to have you.
Actually, I lied. One more thing before we talk to Irene. I always love going in here, and this is something if you've ever been to the Allentown Art Museum. I'm sure you've been inside. Can you talk about the Frank Lloyd Wright room and what is that we're looking at? They took this whole room and just delivered it here, right?
Yeah, so it was actually part of the Francis Little house. So when they were demolishing the house, parts of the the rooms actually went to different museums around the country.
That's so
So we were lucky enough to get the library. So we have all of, the windows, the bookshelves, the lamps. And then we even have, if you want a little bit more information, we have an iPad that has more information on it.
This is just such a special, unique little piece in the Lehigh Valley, really.
Yeah.
It's really neat to have this here. It's such a special thing.
And it just kind of, transforms.
Yeah, when you're in here, you feel different. I don't know, maybe it's placebo effect, but it's really interesting. This is definitely something that you need to stop in at when you're here, of course. So, okay, now we're gonna go talk to Irene about cocktails and collecting. Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health are joining together for better for you. They're leaders in healthcare, proudly coming together to shape the future of care. By combining their strengths, their expanded network offers you greater access to nationally ranked specialists, advanced technologies, and life-saving clinical trials informed by a renowned academic medical center. Jefferson and LVHN, stronger than ever for the future of healthcare. A quick thank you to this episode's sponsors, Wind Creek Event Center, Michael Bernardin with Remax Realty, Molly's Irish Grill and Sports Pub, Banco Beverage Company, WDIY 88.1 FM, and of course, our friends at Lehigh Valley Health Network. Thank you so much for allowing us to continue to bring these stories to you. We are walking into the Crest Gallery. Before we talk to Irene, I just have to point out that is a real deal Rembrandt, like an actual, I don't want to get too close because the security will, but no, it's just amazing that it's right there.
It is. It is.
Irene, hello.
Hi, George.
We're here to talk about cocktails and collecting, which, first of all, remember, it's October 5th.
Yeah, Saturday, October 5th, and then it continues on Sunday with the Art Fair for All on Sunday, October 6th.
And is that a new thing where it's kind of two days now?
It has been a few years we've been doing it. Post-pandemic, we added the second day. The artists come in and they do a lot of preparation for the event. So we thought, why not just keep it going for 2 days?
For somebody who's never heard of this before, what is cocktails and collecting and how does it help support the Allentown?
Yeah, it's in its 18th year, believe it or not. And it supports the museum in a number of ways. We get sponsors to sponsor the event, and then we invite artists, local artists, Philadelphia, New York, to participate as an artist at the event. So it gives them exposure to the Lehigh Valley, the arts crowd in the Lehigh Valley, and it gives them a chance to sell their art. They're really generous in that the part of the artwork sales comes back to the museum and they get to keep part of it. So it's a really nice kind of feel-good event for both the museum and the artists.
And it's very eclectic. I've been to one of them before, and the breadth of variety of art is really kind of unexplainable. I mean, there's from really high-end Rembrandt type stuff to more avant-garde.
It is. It is. We have a lot of favorite artists that we invite back every year. And then we also always try to include new artists that we get recommendations all year round from the artists themselves, from our donors, from other artists. So we're constantly kind of getting that list compiled, and then we whittle
Sure.
it down to the 24 this year, 24 artists.
If somebody's coming for like the main event on the 5th, kind of walk through like what happens. What could someone expect when they walk in the door?
It's a party. So as soon as
Sold.
you walk, great. As soon as you walk in the door, we'll have music. We always have a signature cocktail, Cocktails and Collecting. We now have transitioned the event to the whole top floor of the museum. There is music. DJ Brad is here all weekend, actually. He's great. He really has the vibe of the event down pat, so he's always here, and it's always a lot of fun. Food, Karen Hunter Catering, again, she's been doing it year over year. Everybody loves her food. And then just a lot of fun. The artists bring their own energy to the event. We have lots of year over year people that come every year, and then every year new people too.
And it's also an opportunity, if you haven't been to the art museum in a minute, to check out the galleries as well?
Definitely, yes. The whole museum is open, and yes, if you get a little, tired of the party, come down to the first floor. We'll have a lounge. We have a little lounge set up too, where you can relax. Our museum store is open, and you can just visit the galleries and get a little taste of the art.
What is then going on Sunday? Can you tell us more about that?
Sunday, we are open for everyone. It's the art fair for all, so everyone can come in and sort of get the same idea about Cocktails and Collecting. The artists are still here. They are upstairs on the second floor. DJ Brad is here. It's just a little different,
Is it just because it was a little so popular, being able to do it to the day?
Yes,
Whenever you have to expand to a second day, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yes. And I think people were interested and curious about what actually went on, so we just decided to do the second day.
There's even more reason, like, hey, it's another free day and another time to find more art, not only with the artists who are coming in, but also the art that is on display here.
And activities for kids, Art Ventures is going on that day, so it's
definitely a family. So maybe if you want to do the cocktail night the night before, and then the family night the night after, you can do
the next
both
day.
nights. All right. Well, we're looking forward to it, and thank you so much, and thank you again for inviting us in. It's always a pleasure to
Thank you, George.
have any excuse to come to the museum.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health are joining together for better for you. They're leaders in healthcare, proudly coming together to shape the future of care. By combining their strengths, their expanded network offers you greater access to nationally ranked specialists, advanced technologies, and life-saving clinical trials informed by a renowned academic medical center. Jefferson and LVHN, stronger than ever for the future of healthcare.